All right, folks, it's a very important one today. It's a very special episode of Kirblog. So just the other day, I'm recording this the day that I found it, but whatever, you got it. Time lapse. I found a Kickstarter that I'm going to be promoting exclusively on this video, because this is that important that I feel the need to dedicate an entire vlog to just getting people to donate to this Kickstarter because this is a big deal for me. All right. So this is for a very beautiful, very amazing, very inspiring animated series from France called Wakfu. It's a show that I got into when I was in college. It was airing in France, and there were fans on the internet subtitling the episodes in English. And I don't remember exactly how I first came across it. No, yes, I do. One of the character designers was on DeviantArt, and I was following their work for a while, and they were posting pictures of the characters, and I was like, oh, these guys are cute, and did some research and found the show, and was completely hooked. It's a half Flash, half traditionally animated production that I believe it's co-produced by France and Japan, and it was to promote a video game, an MMORPG of the same name, which I also believe is still going. Also, you might have heard of the prequel series was called Dofus, I believe, and it's the same company, Ankama. So what they're doing with this Kickstarter is they are trying to raise money for an official Blu-ray release of the series to be subtitled in multiple languages, and also to produce an official English dub of the show. Now, many years ago, and I have seen it. It leaked, I don't think it was supposed to, but many years ago at a few different licensing expos and kind of closed doors convention. There was an English dub of the first two episodes, and I have seen it. It was online at one point, and it was taken down. I'm assuming it was not supposed to be online, but there was an English dub that was produced for it, and I believe it was the same studio that did the English language production of Code Lyoko, which I also believe is in France. So it was English-speaking actors living in France at the time. And I know that there was an English version of the website, too, promoting the show. So my understanding is at one point, many eons ago at this point, they would have they wanted to try and produce an English dub of the show and, pitch it and try to get it on TV. And I guess for whatever reason, that didn't exactly work out. So what they're trying to do with this is they are trying to produce an even higher quality dub for the show to go along with the Blu-ray release. If you check out the Kickstarter video, the trailer, you might recognize a couple of very familiar voices, and I can say undoubtedly that these are A-class American English-speaking voice actors, working in America. So, they certainly, I don't know what studio they're using exactly, but I can say, based off of the people that are in this trailer, that they definitely are going to be getting really good actors for this, and that alone is enough to sell me, in addition to the fact that just I love the show. So what is the show? Well, I'll explain a little bit. So Wakfu is a fantasy series, takes place in this, magical, sort of fantasy world, with this, cute sort of anime-inspired style. It stars this little boy named Yugo, who was abandoned as a baby. He's of a very rare race of people. This world has a lot of different, races of characters that have different powers and, different sort of like animalistic qualities and, powers over nature and skills and things like that. So he's from a very, distinct sort of race, and, he was raised by humans. And he comes across a bunch of different characters kind of all at once that all sort of convene in his hometown one day, who consist of Ruel, who is an old man who is just obsessed with money. He's a treasure hunter, and money comes first, his friends come second. So he's kind of a douche, but he's a funny guy. Princess Amalia, who has powers over nature. She comes from another country. She's young, maybe about Yugo's age, a little older possibly, and a little bit of a brat, but also very cute and funny. Her bodyguard Evangeline, who is a really hot blonde archer who looks after her, and she's kind of the voice of reason of the group. And then also Sir Sadly Grove Percidal, who is a swordsman that possesses a demon-infested sword, and he's loud and boisterous and ridiculous. And if you're a fan of Tome, he probably sounds very familiar in terms of his personality. So, yeah, and I guess on that same note, this show was extremely influential on Tome. Not only because it amazed me in what could be done with Flash animation when I watched it, but the characters in particular, the group of the 5 main characters were very, very, very much an inspiration on the main cast of Tome when I was kind of redeveloping their personalities, the 5 main characters of my show. So yeah, huge influence. I love it. Anyway, yeah. So those are the 5 characters from the series. The traveling party. It's a journey show. Pokemon-esque sort of going around this big amazing world. Lots of really fantastical locations. Going a lot of different adventures. Of course, they focus. Certain episodes focus on one character or more. Or a particular one, etc. Yeah, it's amazing. It's just such a fun, upbeat, lighthearted, funny show. It's really indescribable. The trailer. I mean, the trailer shows just how amazing the animation is, for one thing. If you check out the Kickstarter video, it looks gorgeous. It's got incredible visual design. The designers and animators on board it are some of the best as far as I'm concerned. When I first discovered the series, just through the fan subbed episodes that were around the internet, I saw it and I was like, oh my god. Typically when I find, even like with anime too, when I find a new anime, my first thought is always like, oh man, I really hope that like this comes to America at some point, especially when it's one that I really like and I really think like deserves proper recognition. Some people get kind of up in arms and like, oh, who cares, whatever. But like that's a big thing. Like getting a show to come out in America and continue to make money that way. That's a big thing for series produced overseas. And likewise, when I saw Wakfu, immediately I was like, I really want the show to come to America, like right now. And it was absolutely taken aback by the fact that it just wasn't. The show is several years old by now. I don't remember the exact year that it came out, but it's several years old, and it seemed like it could have at the time. I don't know what the deal was. I'm sure they probably tried, and maybe just something didn't work out. But I was just astounded that it was not on American television. It was not getting an English dub already, or beyond the couple episodes that I guess they tried to show at licensing expos or whatever to shop it around. So and that really sucked because I continued to watch it. It went to a second season. I believe it's about 52 episodes long between the 2 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. But it's incredible, and it needs to be seen. It needs to be seen by more people. It's incredibly inspiring. It's a really good quality show that just like it should have a very expanded audience beyond what it had before. It has a very dedicated, like I think, kind of cult following to it. I've seen like some Tumblrs dedicated to it and whatnot, and that's fantastic too. But it needs more, and so that's why I'm saying. I'm going to provide a link in the description. I know, I don't want to look through that. No, I can't link it in here, so just go, literally scroll down 2 pixels, go to the video description, click the link to the Kickstarter, check it out, donate, give anything at all that you can. They deserve it. These people that worked on this show did an incredible job. It needs to be seen. You need to check the show out. And therefore, you seriously, I'm beseeching you, my subscribers and listeners, and anybody who cares, please donate. Please donate to these people. I know I've promoted a lot of other Kickstarters in the past for people who I've worked with personally, and I care very much about that stuff as well. This is one. It's not that I'm placing it like above it or more important or whatever, but it's a very different thing for me. Like this was something that like it already exists and it didn't get the proper recognition and support that it should have, and I want it to get it now because now it has an opportunity. And $80,000, which is the base pledge, it's not too bad. That's pretty affordable. So seriously, please donate. The stretch goals For $100,000, if they make it up to that point, they'll be subtitling into more languages. If they reach $150,000, they'll be dubbing a special bonus episode that is the origin story of the lead villain of the first season. If they reach $200,000, they'll be dubbing the entire second season, which is also awesome, and I would love to see them get up to that point if possible. And if they reach $300,000, they'll be dubbing the 3 exclusive OVA, which if I'm understanding correctly, the OVAs that were kind of produced alongside the show were done with Studio Ghibli, if I'm not mistaken. They're also beautiful. There's tons of amazing stuff. There's an incredible journey with these 5 characters that you need to see. More people need to check this out. There's a lot of really, really cool stretch goals that you can get if you get the chance. Please, 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 please donate. I can't say that enough. Check it out. I'll give a link in the description. So go do that. You're doing me a big favor if you do. Absolutely. So go check it out. Yeah, that'll do it. That's all I wanted to say for this one. I'll do another normal vlog in the future. So if you got ideas for that, tweet at me, shoot me an ask on Tumblr, poke me on Facebook, whatever you want to do. Or you can leave a comment in the but in the comments, tell me actually if you had any experience with Wakfu, if you've seen it already, if you know of it, and if you donate, let me know as well. Please share with me your thoughts, like per the usual, and also just to give the usual plug, I have Tome episode 1 out on YouTube. I separated into 2 parts, and on the official website you can check out the Tome episode 1 commentary. Voiced by myself. I recorded it and talked a little bit about it. And also this week I'm going to be releasing the first short, our first Tome short about Raccoon and doubling from episode 1. That'll be on Thursday, so look forward to that. And then I'll have another normal vlog on Saturday. That'll do it for me. Go donate.